and that your camera is on at all times during this process.
Lo más importante, como dije anteriormente, es que usted mantenga el micrófono apagado y la cámara prendida mientras estamos en este proceso hasta que se le indique de otra manera.
You received instructions at some point to log on to this. This is what we call an arraignment calendar.
Anteriormente se le indicó cómo poder meterse aquí en la sesión que estamos haciendo es la lectura de cargos virtual.
And the only thing that we're expecting of you today is for you to let us know how you plan on proceeding with your charges.
Y lo que esperamos de usted aquí hoy es que usted nos diga cómo quiere proceder con su cargo.
So for most of the people on here, you probably were charged with some sort of a moving violation that you received within the last 2 years.
Lo más que se puede ver aquí que a las personas que están acá le han dado unos cargos por una infracción de tránsito en los últimos dos años a lo mejor.
And in reference to a plea before the court, your options are guilty, not guilty, and nolo contendere.
Y en referencia a cuáles son sus opciones aquí ahora en frente del juez, tiene tres opciones: culpable, no culpable o no lo disputo.
If you plead guilty today, then you will be done with the court side of things today, and you'll receive your sentence today.
Si usted se declara culpable hoy, va a estar sobre su caso hoy aquí, se le va a indicar cuál es la condena y todo lo que tiene que hacer con respecto a su caso para cerrar su caso se termina hoy.
That sentence may be comprised of a fine and or additional things depending on what Georgia law says in reference to your charge.
Esa condena va a incluir una multa y puede ser otras cosas adicionales dependiendo de lo que diga la ley de Georgia que aplica en su caso.
Your second option, of course, is not guilty, which means that you are asking for a bench trial before the judge.
Su otra opción es declararse no culpable. Usted está pidiendo que se le haga un juicio ante un juez.
If you plead not guilty today, then you're going to receive a reset day via email for you to come back and try your case before the court.
Si usted se declara no culpable hoy, va a recibir otra notificación por correo electrónico donde le van a dar otra fecha para que usted se presente para que venga a tener un juicio ante un juez.
That new court date will be the day that you come back and you present any evidence to the court.
Ese es el día que usted viene y se presenta y cuando va a presentar cualquier prueba que tenga en frente del juez.
You bring any witnesses to testify on your behalf.
Trae cualquier tipo de testigos que tenga que vengan a testificar a su favor.
And the officer who issued the citation will be present for you to cross-examine him or her.
Y el agente que le dio la citación va a estar presente para que usted pueda hacerle preguntas a él o a ella.
None of those things will occur today on this particular hearing.
Nada de eso va a ocurrir hoy en esta audiencia en particular.
We will not be entertaining conversations about you having documents to present.
No vamos a estar aquí atendiendo y entrando en conversaciones de documentos que usted tenga que pueda presentar. Eso no se va a hacer hoy aquí.
What the officer did or did not do right during your stop.
Lo que la gente hizo bien o mal durante la parada, de eso no vamos a hablar hoy aquí.
Or any arguments in reference to why you believe that you are not guilty of the offense.
Y ningún tipo de argumento que con que usted, porque usted piensa que usted no es culpable de los delitos. De eso no vamos a hablar aquí hoy.
All of those issues will be addressed during your trial on the new court date.
Todas esas cosas se van a abordar durante la fecha nueva para el juicio que va a tener ante el juez.
The only thing we expect for you to do is let us know how you plan on proceeding.
Todo lo que queremos hoy es que nos deje saber cómo quiere proceder de aquí en adelante con su caso.
Your last option is nolo contendere.
Y su última opción es no lo disputo o no lo contendere en inglés.
And let me explain what that means.
Déjeme explicar lo que eso significa.
If you were charged with a moving violation, meaning you were driving or operating a vehicle at the time that you were pulled over,
si a usted lo acusan de una infracción de circulación, quiere decir que usted estaba manejando un vehículo, estaba en movimiento cuando usted lo pararon.
And the ticket that you receive is directly related to the operation of that vehicle,
y la situación que usted recibió es directamente relacionada con la operación de ese vehículo,
then you may receive points against your license based on the charge.
usted puede decir que le den puntos a la licencia en relación a este cargo.
If you plead nolo, you will avoid any points from accumulating against your license.
Y si usted se declara no, lo va a evitar que se le añadan puntos a su licencia.
You can only use a NOLO one time in 5 years for the same or a similar offense.
Usted solamente puede utilizar el NOLO una vez cada 5 años para el mismo tipo de infracción o parecidas, infracciones parecidas.
So if you were charged with driving above the speed limit, a stop sign violation, or failure to yield,
Si a usted lo acusan por exceso de velocidad, por no pararse en un stop o por no ceder el paso,
and those are all examples of moving violations,
todas esas son ejemplos de situaciones, infracciones de circulación,
and you pled NOLO in another jurisdiction within the last 5 years to a moving violation,
y usted se declaró nulo en los últimos 5 años en otra jurisdicción que tenga que ver con este tipo de infracciones de circulación,
you are not eligible to use a NOLO today for your moving violation.
usted no tiene los requisitos para poder utilizar el NOLO hoy aquí en esta jurisdicción. O sea, se lo ha hecho en los últimos 5 años.
There has to be 5 years that have expired since the last time you used a NOLO.
Tiene que haber pasado 5 años completos desde que se venció que usted utilizó el NOLO la última vez,
For you to be eligible to use a NOLO here today.
para que usted pueda ser elegible para que pueda utilizar el NOLO hoy aquí.
NOLOs also help on charges that are suspendable offenses.
El NOLO también ayuda en los cargos que tienen que ver con suspender la licencia.
In this court, the ones that we see most often are
En este tribunal los que nosotros vemos con la gran mayoría son
driving on a suspended license,
manejar con una licencia suspendida,
driving without insurance,
manejar sin seguro
driving on a suspended or revoked registration.
y manejar con una matrícula que esté revocada o suspendida.
Those are all suspendable offenses in the state of Georgia.
Todos esos son delitos que le hacen que le suspendan la licencia en Georgia.
And if you plead guilty or if you're found guilty at a trial of those offenses,
Si usted se declara culpable o si va a un juicio y lo encuentran culpable de esos delitos en particular,
the court has no choice but to take your license at that time.
pues no tiene otra opción sino que usted quitarle la licencia o que usted le entregue la licencia en ese momento.
If you are eligible to use a NOLO,
Si usted es elegible para usar el NOLO,
the NOLO will stop your license from being suspended.
eso va a hacer de que su licencia suspenda si se declara NOLO y lo puede utilizar.
Now, most of you on here should know what your record is like and when the last time you used a NOLO was.
La mayoría de ustedes debe tener conciencia de cuál es su historial de manejo, cuándo fue la última vez que usted utilizó el NOLO.
But if you're not sure, we can check to verify that you're eligible to use a NOLO before you proceed.
Pero si no está seguro, nosotros podemos revisar para ver si usted puede utilizar el NOLO antes de proceder.
So if you're interested in making that request, just let us know. Say NOLO when your name is called, and we'll look to see if you're eligible.
Si usted está interesado en que se le revise cuando quiera, si quiere utilizar el NOLO, cuando diga su nombre, diga NOLO, nosotros vamos a revisar a ver si usted califica para el NOLO.
If you are not eligible, then your choices go back down to guilty or not guilty.
Y si usted no califica para que le puedan otorgar el NOLO, entonces sus opciones son para que se declare culpable o no culpable. No puede utilizar el NOLO porque no califica.
So in a second, we're going to call the calendar, and we expect for you just to let us know of those 3 choices, how you plan on proceeding.
Y ahora en breves minutos vamos a llamar a la lista de casos. Usted nos tiene que dejar saber cómo quiere proceder, si se va a tomar una de esas 3 opciones y luego nos dice para cómo va a proceder en su caso.
Bear with us just a second. We'll call the calendar.
En unos segundos vamos a llamar a la lista de casos.
All right, when I call the calendar, make sure that you take yourself off mute, give me your response, and then after you've done so, go ahead and place yourself back on mute.
Por favor,
be sure, oh, I'm sorry, go ahead, Ed.
Por favor, cuando oiga su nombre, cuando esté llamando a la lista de casos y oye su nombre, va a activar su micrófono, nos va a decir lo que desea hacer en su caso y luego enseguida que termine de hacer eso va a colocar otra vez su micrófono en silencio, lo va a apagar.
Also, be sure that your camera is on, because if I don't see you and I do hear you, I'm still going to mark you as absent, which is going to create what's called a failure to appear.
Y asegúrese, por favor, de que tenga siempre la cámara prendida, porque si yo lo oigo o la oigo y no está la cámara prendida, voy a ponerlo como que falta de comparecencia y eso le va a acarrear otras consecuencias negativas. Así que asegúrese de tener siempre la cámara prendida y el micrófono apagado hasta que le toque decir cómo se va a declarar.
Can we also get everybody to put their emails in the chat for us, please?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Ms. Payton. So everybody who's on this Zoom right now, go ahead and enter your email address into the chat, because that's how we're going to communicate with you after this process is over.
Do you want the full name too? Name and address to know?
Correct. Yeah, put your name and your email address.
Ok, por favor, todas las personas que se encuentran en esta audiencia virtual, les pedimos que escriba su nombre completo y su dirección y su correo electrónico para que lo ponga en el chat. El chat está abajo, si usted mueve su cursor o lo tiene en la pantalla, realmente está en la parte de abajo de la pantalla, búsquelo donde dice CHAT, aprieta ahí y luego empieza a escribir y pone su nombre completo y su correo electrónico, por favor.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and continue with the call of the calendar.
Ok, vamos a llamar.
So the first person I have on the calendar is Jordana Adams. Jordana Adams, FTA. And ladies and gentlemen, when you hear me say FTA, that's I'm marking it as a failure to appear.
Cuando usted me oye que yo digo FTA o FTA, eso indica que estoy marcando a la persona que falta de comparecencia, que no se presentó a la audiencia.
And if you receive an FTA at some point, your privileges to drive may be suspended.
Y si a usted se le coloca como FTA o falta de comparecencia, puede ser que sus privilegios de manejar se le suspendan por no comparecer ante el juez.
So the next person I have is Raquel Adams. Raquel Adams, FTA. Jaquise Adger. Jaquise Adger, FTA. Lauren Allison. Lauren Allison.
Here.
Miss Allison, what is your
Yes,
plea?
sir. Not guilty.
All right, thank you. Go ahead and place yourself on mute and we'll come back to you. Juan Arica Sarosa. Garcia Sarosa, I'm sorry.
Arcia Zarosa Juan Amador, ¿se encuentra presente? Por favor, active su micrófono y díganos cómo se declara. O si está en el lobby, déjenos saber. Arcia Zarosa Juan Amador.
FTA.
What name did you just call?
Go ahead and place yourself back on mute. We didn't call you your name. Also, if you're on this Zoom, be sure that the device that you're using shows your name on there.
Otra cosa, si usted está aquí en Zoom, por favor, asegúrese de que la pantalla podemos ver su nombre, no que diga Galaxy o iPhone 7, eso no nos dice nada. Por favor, asegúrese de de corregirlo y poner el nombre suyo para saber quién es usted cuando esté hablando, ¿ok?
Traviance Armor. Traviance Armor, FTA. Abubakar Ba. I believe I saw a Mrs. Ba earlier. Where was that? Hello? Make sure that your microphone is on mute. I don't see her anymore. She was logged in. All right, that's going to be an FTA.
Heather Cisco,
Yes, ma'am.
please place yourself on mute.
I'm trying.
Fonseca Valente.
Fonseca Valente. Torres. Está presente, active el micrófono y déjenos saber cómo se declara, por favor.
FTA. Nancy Barrales González.
Nancy Barrales González, por favor,
I'm
active
here.
su micrófono. ¿Necesita intérprete?
No, está bien.
Okay.
And what is your plea to the charge?
I plead guilty.
Okay, thank you. Place yourself back on mute. We'll come back to you.
Come through court.
All right.
They go through that agency. I didn't even know we had.
Judge,
Judge Freeman.
Judge Freeman, your microphone is open.
Thank you.
No worries, sir. Richard Bermudez.
Richard Bermúdez. Por favor, active su micrófono si está presente o si está en el lobby, déjenos saber que se encuentra ahí.
FTA. Sharon Bowles. Sharon Bowles. FTA. Anthony Branch Modis.
I'm here.
Anthony Branch Modis. Where you at,
Modest
sir?
Anthony. I'm guilty.
All right, so it's last name is Modis, first name is Anthony, correct?
No, sir. No, sir. Last name is Branch. First name is
Branch.
Modest. Middle name
Okay.
is Anthony.
All right, and you said guilty, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, we got you. Just go ahead and place yourself on mute. We'll come back to you. Aaron Brewer.
Present.
Aaron. Ms. Brewer, what is your plea?
Nolo.
Thank you, ma'am. Place yourself back on mute. We'll come back to you. Shauna Burns.
I'm here.
Ms. Burns, what is your
Yes.
plea?
Nolo.
Ms. Burns, you're not driving, are you?
No.
All right, because when you come back on, you're gonna have to make sure that you're in a stop location. We want to make sure everybody's safe while they're doing this, okay?
Yeah. I'm in the passenger side.
All right, you can place yourself back on mute. We'll come back to you.
Okay.
Zabia Cade. Zabia Cade.
Here. I'm here.
Ms. Cade, there
Yes.
you go. What is your plea?
Guilty.
All right, stand by. Place yourself back on mute. We'll come back to you, okay? Marquise Chadwick. Marquise Chadwick. FTA. Jesus Chávez Corral.
Jesús Chaidez Corral, active el micrófono o si está en el lobby, déjenos saber.
Bond forfeiture.
Oh,
Thank you. Nicholas Chambers.
Yes, hello.
Mr. Chambers, what is your plea, sir?
Nolo.
Thank you, Mr. Chambers. Place yourself on mute. We'll come back to you. Jeffrey Cochran.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Cochran, is that you with Heather Cisco?
Yes, Your Honor. I was confused as to how to, because the phone is in my wife's name. She's my wife.
Okay, well, we still need you to turn your camera on so we can see you.
Okay. One second. Yes. There we are. Okay.
All right, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, there you go. Can you tell me what your plea is, sir?
Nolo.
All right. Go ahead and place yourself back on mute. We'll come back to you in just a second.
Yes, sir.
Odessa Cornelius.
Good day. Not guilty.
Guilty. All right. Place yourself back on mute. We'll come back to you in a second. Zaki Cross.
Here.
Mr. Cross. What is your plea, sir?
For both charges or just one?
For both charges, yes, sir.
Not guilty.
All right, we got you. Stand by. Place yourself back on mute. Caleb Douglas.
Present.
Okay, there you go. What is your plea?
Nolo.
Nolo, all right. Place yourself back on mute. We'll come back to you, okay? Jorge Espinoza Cedillo.
Jorge,
Yes, sir.
do you need an interpreter, Mr. Cedillo?
No.
Okay.
All right, and what is your plea, sir?
Nolo, sir.
Thank you. Place yourself back on mute. We'll come back to you. Miguel Flores.
Miguel Flores, Eduardo. Por favor, active el micrófono si se encuentra presente o vaya, déjenos saber que está en el lobby.
FTA. Kanice Folks.
I'm here and I'm not guilty.
Not guilty. Thank you, ma'am. Place yourself back on mute. We'll come back to you. Manuel Garcia.
Manuel García, por favor, active su micrófono. Déjenos saber si se encuentra en el lobby. ¿Cómo se va a declarar, por favor?
I plead guilty.
¿Necesita
I
intérprete?
plead guilty.
Ok, no necesita
No.
intérprete. Ok.
All right, so we got you. Just place yourself on mute. We'll come back to you, okay? Karina Garduno. Karina Garduno.
I'm
there you
here.
go. Yes.
Guilty.
That's it.
I plead guilty, sir.
All right. Thank you. Place yourself back on mute. We'll
Thank
come back
you.
to you. Madeline Garduno.
Presente. Present.
¿Necesita intérprete o habla inglés? Señorita Madeleine Garduno, ¿necesita intérprete o usted habla inglés? Por favor, prenda la
No, yo
cámara.
hablo inglés. Yo hablo
Okay.
inglés. I speak English.
Prenda la cámara. Please turn your camera on.
All right, Ms. Garduno, you can't be driving while you're on Zoom. So what is your plea?
Nolo.
All right, we need your camera on and you cannot be driving.
I don't know how to do that.
You just had it on.
I don't know how to put the camera on.
You just had it on. That's how I saw that you were driving. All right, so you need to leave that on and make sure that you're not driving when we come back to you, okay?
Yes, sir.
Sheldorian Garman. Sheldorian Garman. FTA. April Geese.
April, guys.
Guys.
Nolo. Yes.
No, okay, thank you, Ms. Guys.
Thank you.
Back to you. Nak Ha Bish. And that's B-I-C-H.
And I'm
Yeah,
here.
there you go.
I'm here.
What is your plea, ma'am?
Biết Hà, biết Nolo, biết Hà.
All right, thank you. You can go ahead and just put yourself on mute and we'll come back to you. Last name is Ha, okay. Regina Hamilton.
Yes, I'm here.
Ms. Hamilton, what is your plea?
Guilty.
All right, stand by. We'll come back to you. Just place yourself on mute.
Yes, sir.
Marsha Harper. Marsha Harper. FTA.
I'm here.
Okay, Ms. Harper, what is your plea?
I'm not really sure because I was a passenger and the car wasn't moving.
Okay, so I can't tell you how to plea. I just gave you what your choices are. You have to make one of those choices.
Nolo. I just know that you said it was a moving vehicle, so Nolo. I was a passenger.
Okay, we got you down for a Nolo. Just stand by. We'll come back to you, okay? Joyce Harvey. Joyce Harvey. FTA. Joelle Haynes.
Bond forfeiture.
Thank you. Dane Henry.
Present.
Mr. Henry.
Nolo.
where's your plea? Nolo.
Nolo.
Thank you, sir. Stand by. We'll come back to you. Place yourself back on mute. Kmar Henry.
Not guilty.
Thank you, Mr. Henry. We got you not guilty. Stand by. We'll come back to you. Juana Hernandez Burgos.
Bond forfeiture.
Thank you. Delante Hill. Delante Hill. FTA. Daquan Heinzman.
Guilty.
Mr. Heinzman, you said guilty, sir?
Yeah.
All right, we got you. Stand by, we'll come back to you. Oscar Hopkins. Oscar Hopkins. FTA. Edward Huff. Mr. Huff?
How you doing today, sir?
Good. What is your plea, sir?
Nolo.
All right, we got you. Stand by, we'll come back to you.
Yes, sir.
Non-Hunter. Non-Hunter. FTA.
She was on earlier. Yeah, I changed
No,
the
I'm
name
here.
for her.
Where you at, Miss Hunter?
I'm here,
Oh, there you go. I see you. Miss Hunter, what is your plea?
right here.
Yes, ma'am. What's your plea?
Nolo.
All right, thank you.
No,
Stand by, we'll
no.
come back to you, okay?
Okay.
Derica Jackson.
Alvin Lewis.
Derica Jackson. FTA. Jalen Jackson. Jalen Jackson. FTA. Cristiani Jamarillo.
Jaramillo Ramírez Cristiani, por favor active su micrófono o si está en el lobby déjenos saber, ¿ok?
FTA. Victor Jiménez.
Víctor Jiménez Bernardo, si está presente, active su micrófono o
Bond
déjenos
forfeiture.
saber.
Bond forfeiture.
And Ms. Payton, you have it written in big bold letters there. I should have just.
Yeah, I did it for y'all, for the ones that paid already.
All right.
It's okay
Right.
though.
Bryce Jones. Bryce Jones. FTA.
He's here. Oh, no, he's here. He just walked to the bathroom.
We'll hold for him. He just have to stand by
Okay,
and connect to the other calendar. So just place yourself on mute. We'll come back to him, okay?
Yes, sir.
Shantanese Jones. Shantanese Jones. FTA. Kwame Jones. Kwame Jones. FTA. Alvin Lewis Jr.
Here.
Mr. Lewis,
Yes, sir.
what is your plea, sir?
I'm guilty.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Guilty.
Guilty.
Nolo.
Which one is it? Guilty or Nolo?
Nolo.
Nolo. Okay, we got you. Stand by. We'll come back to you.
Okay.
Keon Cater.
Yeah, Nolo.
Thank you, sir. We'll come back to you in a second. Jeffrey Malone. Apparently this
He's in
gentleman.
custody.
Okay. Put it down as FTA for now. Joshua Malone. Joshua Malone. FTA. Marcus Martin.
Nolo.
Mr. Martin. All right, thank you. We got you there. Stand by. We'll come back to you.
This is Bryce Jones.
All right, Jones, you're gonna have to hold on. We're gonna come back to you. Just hold on. Place yourself back on mute. Inez Martinez Santiago.
Inés Martínez Santiago, ¿necesita
Aquí estoy.
intérprete? Ok, prenda
Sí.
la cámara. ¿Tiene la cámara prendida?
Sí.
¿Cómo
¿Sí
se
me
va
ve?
ok, ahora lo veo. ¿Cómo se va a declarar, señor?
Culpable.
Guilty.
Thank you. You can place yourself back on mute. Nicole. Sorry.
Puede apagar el micrófono ahora para no oír lo que está pasando hasta que lo volvamos a llamar. Gracias.
Natalie Martinez.
Nolo?
Thank you, Ms. Martinez. Stand by. We'll come back to you. Mauricio Martinez Simone.
Bond forfeiture.
All right. Andre Mayo.
Nolo.
Thank you, Mr. Mayo. We got you. Stand by. We'll come back to you. Arkham McLeod. Arkham McLeod. FTA. Giselle Memba.
Yes.
Ms. Memba.
Nolo.
Nolo, thank you so much. Stand by. We'll come back to you. David Milan Perez.
David Milan
Culpable.
Pérez.
Culpable.
Guilty. Guilty.
All right, thank you. Stand by. We'll come back.
Gracias. Ok, ya regresamos.
Derek Minter. That's a bond forfeiture also, Ms. Payton. I see that on there.
Oh.
Philip Moore. Philip Moore.
Mr. Moore is in the lobby.
Okay. Sure.
Mr. Moore is in the lobby.
Mr. Moore, what is your plea for the charge?
Not guilty.
Thank you, sir. Stand by. We'll come back to you, okay?
Okay.
Josiah Morehouse.
Yeah, I'm here.
Mr. Morehouse, we need your camera turned on.
My phone's overheating right now, so I got the AC right now.
Or I can't even make out what you're saying.
Hold on. Can you hear me now?
I can. We need your camera turned on.
Yeah, my phone's overheating, so I got the AC running, trying to cool it off. I don't know. I can try to rejoin.
We'll come back to you, Mr. Morehouse, because we have to have an ID in order for us to take your plea. So we'll come back to you. Hopefully your camera is working then, okay?
All right.
Place yourself back on mute. We'll come back to you. Tanya Nally. Tanya Nally. FTA. Dewansa Nicholas or Nicholson.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Nicholson, what is your plea, sir?
Nolo, sir.
Thank you. We got you. Stand by. We'll come back to you, okay?
All right.
Jaime Ordaz.
Jaime Ordaz, ¿cómo se declara?
Inocente.
¿Perdón?
Inocente.
Not guilty.
Thank you. We'll come back to you in a second.
Ok. Voy a apagar el micrófono.
Ashley Poindexter.
No contest.
We got you. Thank you. Stand by. We'll come back to you. Ayanna Powell.
Nolo.
Ms. Powell, we got you. Thank you. We'll come back to you in a second. James Promise. James Promise. FTA. Ashley Pyle.
Yes, sir, I'm here.
James Promise is here.
Hold on, Mr. Promise. We have to come back to you. Ms. Pyle, what is your plea?
Nolo, please.
All right, thank you. Put yourself on mute. We'll come back to you. Mr. Promise, where are you?
I'm not guilty.
Okay, I'm still looking for you, Mr. Promise. Okay, I see you there. You said that Not guilty, correct?
Yes.
All right, stand by. We'll come back to you. Brian Robb.
Good afternoon. Catherine Edmonds here on behalf of Mr. Robb. If we could have a breakout room at the conclusion of the call of the calendar, that'd be great.
And counsel, what was your name again?
My name's Catherine Edmonds. I'm from Scott Smith's office. I think we filed an entry this morning.
Madam Clerk, can you check to see if we have that entry?
Yeah, they just submitted it about 12:30.
Okay.
This afternoon. I apologize about that.
It's okay.
All right, stand by. We'll come back to you.
Thank you.
Nicholas Scott.
Nolo.
Mr. Scott, where are you?
Right.
Mr. Scott, there you go. You said Nolo, sir?
see me?
Yes. Nolo?
Yeah, Nolo.
All right, we got you. Stand by. We'll come back to you. Jasmine Sellers.
I'm here.
Ms. Sellers, what is your plea?
Is it possible for me to ask for a continuance because I'm not sure what I should plead?
Well, so that would be a not guilty. We're going to give you a reset date, and then you can make a decision as to what you want to do when you come back. You still have the option of pleading not guilty. That time you'll have a trial, or you can plead nolo or guilty, depending on how you choose.
Okay, so I still have to make the decision right now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, well, not guilty.
All right, we got you. Stand by. We'll come back to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Rodriguez Section. Rodriguez Section. FTA. Rose Sherman. Rose Sherman.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Are you Miss Sherman?
Yes.
What is your plea, Miss Sherman?
Nolo?
Thank you. We got you. Stand by. We'll come back to you.
Yes, sir.
Napinder Singh.
Yes, sir. Present.
Mr. Singh, what is your plea?
No guilty.
All right. Thank you. Stand by. We'll come back to you. Place yourself back on mute.
Thank you.
Danielle Smith.
Nolo.
Ms. Smith. Okay, we got you. Nolo. Stand by. We'll come back to you. Arenzo Smith. Arenzo Smith. FTA. Danielle Stinson.
Yes.
Ms. Stinson, what is your plea?
Nolo.
Thank you. Place yourself on mute. We'll come back to you. Ari Streeter.
She's here in the lobby with me.
Okay.
Here.
Ms. Streeter, what is your plea?
Nolo.
Thank you. We got you. We'll come back to you in a second. Destiny Subtle.
Here.
Destiny Subtle. Subtle, what is your plea?
Not guilty.
All right, we got you. Stand by. We'll come back to you. Beulah Jeanette Thiggin. Beulah Jeanette Thiggin. FTA. Paris Tolliver. Paris Tolliver.
She's on the way.
Who is that speaking?
She's
I'm
in
sorry.
the lobby.
She's in the lobby with me.
Ms. Tolliver is in the lobby, you said?
Hello.
Yes.
Okay. Ms. Tolliver, what is your plea?
Not guilty.
Thank you, Ms. Tolliver. Stand by. We'll come back to you.
Yes, sir.
Salvador Velasquez.
Salvador Velázquez, presente, active su micrófono o déjenos saber si se encuentra en el lobby, por favor. Salvador Velázquez.
FTA. Patrick Ward.
Yes.
Patrick.
Hello.
Hey, Mr. Ward, what is your plea?
Nolo.
All right. And we also have him down as a bond forfeiture. Is that correct? Ms.
Excuse
Payton?
me? Say again?
Stand by, Mr.
Let me
Stand
just double check. 1 second.
Hello?
Mr. Ward, stand by. We'll come back to you in a second.
Yes, sir.
It's not a bond forfeiture.
Okay. All right, Mr. Ward, we got your NOLO. Stand by. We'll come back to you. Just place yourself back on mute, okay?
Okay.
Darius Weaver. Darius Weaver. FTA. Martika Williams. Martika Williams. That one's listed as a bond forfeiture also, Ms. Payton. But
Yeah.
FTA. Okay, so I'm not doing an FTA because it's a bond forfeiture. All right. Brandon Worley.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Worley, what is your plea, sir?
Nolo.
Thank you, sir. Stand by. We'll come back to you in a second. Saul Zarate Garcia.
Saúl Garate García, ¿cómo se declara? Por favor, active su micrófono o déjenos saber si se encuentra en el lobby.
Culpable.
All right, we got him. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, listen up. That was the end of the call of the calendar. If you are on this Zoom and you expected to hear your name called but did not, I need you to press the hand raise icon on your device.
Buenas tardes, damas y caballeros. Si ustedes no escucharon su nombre después de haber llamado a la lista de casos, necesito que apriete el botoncito o la imagen de una mano que dice que levante la mano para saber que usted está aquí, pero que no lo tenemos en la lista de casos.
And we will deal with your cases individually by pulling your file.
Y vamos a buscar su expediente individualmente a ver qué es lo que pasa. Así que si no oyó su nombre, por favor, apriete el dibujito que dice que está una manito para saber que usted no está aquí, no llamamos su nombre.
Solicitor?
Yes.
Patrick Ward, he did pay. He paid through in court on Friday, July 8th.
Okay. Well, we're going to take his NOLO plea and just enter that so that there are no points.
Okay.
And solicitor, I also have Joshua Morehouse. Is it Morehouse? He's actually in the lobby. He said that you could not see him. Turn your volume down. He said that you could not see him when he tried to make his plea.
Yes. Morehouse.
So he's here.
And we have one more. Luis Lopez is the one raising the hand. I didn't see it in my calendar, but I don't know if you have it in your calendar.
Okay.
Luis Lopez, he has the hand raised.
I did not have him in my calendar. We're
Me
gonna.
neither.
We're gonna. Again, everybody turn your microphones off until I'm speaking to you directly. Make sure your microphones are on mute until I talk to you directly.
Por favor, apague el micrófono a menos de que oiga su nombre y le decimos que prenda el micrófono. De resto, tiene que apagar el micrófono. Gracias.
All right, so Mr. Morehouse,
Yes, sir.
what is your plea, sir?
Guilty.
All right, we got you. Stand by. We'll come back to you, okay?
All right.
And solicitor, I have another issue. I have an individual that came here at 1:45. We'd already called his name and he's here in the lobby. Yeah, so what's your name again, sir? Hopkins is the name. But he did not arrive until after, well, 1:45 actually.
Oscar Hopkins III.
Yes.
What is Mr. Hopkins' plea?
What is your plea, sir?
Charges. One is not guilty, the other one is guilty.
Okay, we're putting them both down for not guilty, and he can resolve the other one when he comes back for his trial.
Okay.
Okay, so just stand by, okay?
For not guilty. And one for, you say you put both of them for not guilty?
Yeah, because we don't split them up. So if you're coming back for a trial on one of them, you can address the other one when you come back too.
What do I need to bring when I come back?
Whatever evidence you may think you need for the trial to present to the court. I can't tell you that. You may want to seek advice of an attorney for them to explain that to you, okay?
Okay, is the next one,
They're gonna give you some
or is it
information.
going to be?
Again, stand by, they'll give you that information. You're probably gonna have to leave an email address so they can send you that.
Okay.
Thank you, Ms. Green. All right, Bryce Jones, Mr. Jones, Bryce Jones.
Yes, sir.
There you go, Mr. Jones. What was your plea?
Nolo, and can I get a continuance as well?
Well, we don't do continuance. If you're pleading Nolo, then you're gonna be done with the case today. So if you plead not guilty, you'll get another date, which will be a trial date.
Well, no, I'm pleading Nolo then.
All right, stand by. We'll come back to you, okay? All right, so I believe that the issue with the Luis Lopez matter was that that's somebody else's phone, but I think there was a young lady that was using that particular phone. Whoever's got Luis Lopez's phone in their hand raised, make sure you're, all right, let me make this announcement again, because I'm seeing a lot of people whose cameras are off for whatever reason. Everybody must have their camera on this Zoom at all times, because if it's not, we will log you off and you'll be placed as a failure to appear.
Ok, todas las personas deben deben tener su cámara prendida, si están en el teléfono o virtual, donde esté, porque si no, entonces, si no tienen la cámara prendida, lo van a sacar de la llamada y lo van a poner como que no compareció para la audiencia de hoy.
Yeah, we've gone through the calendar and people have made their announcements. I hate to give them a failure to appear because their camera is not on and they took the trouble of being on here.
Ok, nosotros ya llamamos la lista de casos, la gente dice declarar, pero si no tiene la cámara prendida, no voy a tener que ponerlo como que no está compareciendo y entonces va a tener una falta de presencia.
Right,
You want me to repeat the Luis Lopez thing?
No, ma'am. So I believe what it was is Miss is it Williams?
I guess so, yeah.
Okay, take your microphone off, Miss Williams.
Okay.
Miss Williams is on or was on a phone that had Luis Lopez listed on there.
When's your birthday, ma'am? I don't even see your name on our docket.
Miss Williams is not on my docket either.
When's your birthday, ma'am?
September 7, 1997.
Thank you.
Yeah, I speak Spanish, so somebody can help me. ¿Usted habla español? ¿Necesita intérprete, señorita Williams?
Sí.
Okay, she said she needs an interpreter, Mr. Mary Rose, that she speaks Spanish.
She said her birthday is September 7th, 97?
El 7 de septiembre. Okay.
Okay. What?
Yeah, Miss Ida, I don't even see her in our system.
I'm sorry, Miss. Tell me that again.
I don't even see her name in our system with that birthday.
Can you ask her? Somebody's microphone is on right now and it's causing a lot of disturbance. Make sure your microphones are on mute.
Hay mucho ruido en alguien que tiene un micrófono prendido, pero asegúrese que estás apagado porque no nos deja llevar la sesión. Okay, what do you want me to tell her to ask her?
Her if she received a ticket from Forest Park and when it was.
Usted, señorita Ariana, ¿usted recibió un ticket de Forest Park, de la policía de Forest Park?
No vivo en esa área y no tengo carro ni manejo.
Ok, entonces, ¿por qué está en la corte? Estamos averiguando por qué se encuentra.
Porque me llegó un mensaje un mensaje de texto
y por eso entré, pero no supe por qué era.
I don't know what happened. I just received a text message. I don't live in the area, but I received a text message, and then that's why I came here. You want me to find out what the text message said?
Yes, please.
¿Qué decía el mensaje de texto? Señorita Williams, ¿qué decía el mensaje de
Sí,
texto?
ya voy. Decía que la Corte Municipal de Forest Park me hace un llamado de que tenía una cita hoy a las 1 de la tarde y que entrara a la página esta que estoy y si tenía algún documento que lo enviara, pero no sé porque yo nunca manejo.
I don't know what happened. I never have driven. I don't drive. And then it says the message said that I had an appointment at 1 p.m. in Forest Park. Send me to the website and that I need to bring some kind of document.
We don't see her in our system. She can disregard.
Nosotras no, ellos no lo tienen en el sistema. Puede deshacerse de eso porque no está en el sistema. No la tienen aquí. Okay. ¿Entendió, señorita
Okay.
Williams? Okay.
Sí, gracias.
Okay, gracias. So can she be dismissed? Can she be excused?
Yes.
Okay, ya se puede retirar entonces, porque no la tienen en el sistema, no sabemos de qué es eso.
Okay, gracias.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
Okay, so, all right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna do a couple of things here to try to get you guys off of here as quickly as possible. Ms. Payton, can we put all the NOLOs in a breakout room?
Yes, we do have Ms. Bowles. She's
Yeah.
raising her hand. I don't know if you want to take care of her before we.
Ms. Bowles, did you not hear your name called?
She
I
is
heard
on
the name.
page
Can
4.
you hear me?
I can
Can
hear
you
you,
hear
yes, ma'am. I can.
Okay. I heard my name called, but you couldn't hear me.
Okay, I can hear you now. What is your plea?
Nolo.
Thank you. Stand by, we'll come back to you, okay?
Thank you.
All right, so you were saying, Ms. Payton, in reference to the breakout room?
You want me to go ahead and set them up?
Yes, and
Okay.
if you could place, all the people that you have, do you have a list of those folks that you need to?
Yeah, and most of them pleaded guilty except for one that pleaded not guilty. You want me to tell you the names?
You said only one of them pleaded not guilty?
Only one pleaded not guilty.
Okay, so no, let's do this because the guilties are gonna stay over here with the judge.
Okay.
I'm gonna segregate everybody who's doing the NOLOs and we're gonna go into a breakout room. And if Ms. Payton, you
Okay.
can join me there so we can verify the histories and the amounts.
Okay.
The judge is gonna jump on and take care of all of the guilties, which is gonna be most of your people. And he can take care of that one. What is it, NOLO that you have? You said a bunch of
I
guilties?
have only one not guilty.
Not
And then the rest are guilty.
All right. So that not guilty, I believe Ms. Yates can probably get you the instructions on that one to get that person off, and then the rest will be waiting for the judge.
All right. Would you like me to put you in a breakout room with the attorney?
Yes, make that a
Okay.
separate.
Okay.
We also have one NOLO that's in the lobby.
Okay, so when we get to that NOLO, let me get all the ones that we're gonna do in the breakout room first, and then we'll come to the one in the lobby.
All right. I'm working on it now. I just set up the room 2. That's where the attorney is. And I did send you the invite to go there as well.
All right, gotcha. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Did you have Mr. Promise down for not guilty also?
1 second, sir. Whatever you said, that's where we have you. 1 second. I'm working on the NOLOs right now, okay? I'll be right with you.
right, Ms. Payton, I believe that if she's not already in there.
No, I'm not. I'm still working on it.
The Nolo breakout room?
Yes.
Okay, you can close the attorney room because she's logged off.
Okay.
Manuel Garcia,
Yes,
how old are you?
16.
Okay, your hearing is going to be heard in juvenile court. So you do not need to remain online. You'll hear some information from juvenile court shortly.
Can we confirm his address and email address so we can make sure when it's bound over, they have all that?
Sure.
Thank you.
Did you get my question, counsel? So am I dismissed?
Hold on, Mr. Garcia. Mr. Garcia,
Yes, ma'am.
6586 Randall Mark.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. We have the updated information. Well, we have the information just for you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Is there anybody else still over here that pled Nolo? I just want to make sure I'm not forgetting anyone.
Yeah. Jorge.
All right, anybody else?
Caleb.
I'm right here. You didn't call me. Oh, Madeline Garduno.
Caleb.
Caleb.
All right, Caleb, you're being bound over to juvenile court.
What does that mean?
Right.
Ms. Garduno, we have you listed as a guilty plea, so you'll remain here in this office. I mean, in this room.
What does juvenile mean?
You're 16, so you cannot be heard here. So your case is going to be bound over to juvenile court.
So can I leave?
Yes, sir. Nobody else over here pled Nolo?
No, I plead guilty.
Okay, stand by.
Not guilty, stay in here too, right?
Yes. Judge Freeman,
Yes.
all we have in this room are the not guilty and guilty.
Okay, excellent. I'm going to go down my calendar and I will address the not guilties and the guilties as I go down the calendar. All right, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
I'd like to welcome everyone to the City of Forest Park Court. I am Ronald Freeman. I'm the Chief Judge here in the city. You want to go ahead, Ms. Ida?
Yes, buenas tardes. Quiero dar la bienvenida aquí al Tribunal Municipal de Forest Park y soy el juez Ronald Freeman. Estoy aquí para llevar a cabo la sesión.
My job is to ensure that each of you all fully understand your rights.
Mi trabajo es asegurarme que ustedes todos entienden plenamente sus derechos.
While you have entered a guilty and a not guilty plea respectfully, I want to go over your rights.
Aunque usted se haya declarado culpable o no culpable respectivamente, de todos modos quiero asegurarme de que entiende sus derechos.
I also want to ensure that you have typed your full name and your email address in the chat.
También quiero asegurarme que usted haya escrito, haya puesto su nombre completo y su correo electrónico en el chat.
First and foremost, you are presumed innocent.
Primero y principal, usted tiene la presunción de inocencia.
It is the city's burden to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt.
La carga la tiene la fiscalía de comprobar su culpabilidad más de todo razonable.
You have the right to a trial.
Tiene derecho a tener un juicio.
And at that trial, you have the right to be represented by a lawyer.
Y en ese juicio usted tiene el derecho a ser representado por un abogado.
If you cannot afford a lawyer, this court will appoint one if you meet certain requirements.
Si usted no puede contratar su propio abogado, este tribunal le nombrará un abogado de oficio si usted cumple con ciertos requisitos.
During the trial, you have the right to present evidence.
Durante el juicio, usted tiene el derecho a presentar pruebas.
And you have the right to refute any evidence offered by the city.
Y también tiene derecho a refutar cualquier prueba que sea presentada por la fiscalía.
For those that have entered a guilty plea, you are waiving your right to a trial.
Para aquellas personas que se declaran culpables, usted renuncia a su derecho a tener un juicio.
If you are not represented by a lawyer, you're also waiving your right to the assistance of a lawyer.
Y si usted no lo representa un abogado, también renuncia al derecho a que un abogado lo represente durante este juicio.
And my job is simply to ensure that you know your rights.
Mi trabajo es simplemente asegurarme de que usted sabe sus derechos.
And that you are waiving them accordingly.
Y que usted los está renunciando a ellos, lo está cediendo debidamente.
For those that have entered a not guilty plea,
para aquellas personas que se declararon no culpables,
I will call your name. You have the election of your case remaining in Forest Park,
voy a llamar su nombre, usted tiene que tomar la decisión si quiere que su caso se quede aquí en el tribunal de Forest Park,
or you can ask that your case be bound over to Clayton County.
o si quiere puede pedir que le trasladen su caso al Tribunal Estatal de Clayton.
The difference between the two is that in Forest Park, we only have bench trials.
La diferencia entre los dos es que en Forest Park Municipal solamente tenemos juicios ante un juez.
Whereas in Clayton County, you are eligible to have a jury trial if you'd like to have one.
Mientras que en el condado estatal de Clayton, si usted quiere tener un juicio con jurado, tiene esa opción, si quiere ejercerla.
When I call your name, restate your plea, and I will take you through your particular plea analogy. If you have any questions, feel free to ask.
Cuando yo diga su nombre, por favor, dígame de nuevo cómo se declara y le vamos a hacer todo lo que tenemos que hacer en relación a su declaración. Si tiene alguna pregunta, me la puede hacer.
All right, first is Laureen Allison. Laureen Allison. He is not over here. We will leave it. All right. Next is Nancy Gonzalez Morales.
I'm here.
All right. Do you need an interpreter?
No, I'm good.
All right. It's my understanding you're entering a guilty plea to both charges. Is that correct?
Yes.
Do you understand that by entering into the plea that you are waiving your right to a trial?
Yes, sir.
Are you entering into the plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
And do you believe it is in your best interest to enter into the guilty plea?
Yes, sir.
Young lady, the total fines for both violations are $675. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Are you able to pay that within 2 weeks, or do you need a longer period of time?
Yes, I can pay that in 2 weeks.
All right, have you typed your name and email address in the chat?
Yes, I did.
All right, Ms. Yates, can we confirm that?
I see it.
Since you have typed your name, you will receive your plea form and your 2-week agreement through your email. Sign it, send that back immediately. It'll come through DocuSign. And then if you will make sure that you satisfy your fine within 2 weeks. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions?
No, sir. Thank you.
All right, young lady, you can disengage from the call. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Have a great day.
All right, you do the same.
Thank you.
Anthony Modias Branch.
Present.
Sir, it's my understanding you're entering a guilty plea to both charges.
That is correct, sir.
Do you understand that by entering into the guilty plea that you're doing this without the assistance of a lawyer?
Yes, I fully understand.
And sir, do you also understand that by entering into the plea that you are waiving your right to a trial?
Yes, sir, that's correct.
Are you entering this plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
Sir, have you pled NOLO within the preceding 5 years to a suspendable offense?
I have pled NOLO within the last 5 years, sir.
What was the charge? And Ms. Yates, can you tell me if he has a NOLO plea to a suspendable offense on his record?
No, I just see the failure to obey sign. And
Okay,
that was,
Sir, you are eligible for a NOLO plea, and while I do not want to give you legal advice, understand if you enter a guilty plea to the drive license charge, it will further suspend your license. Do you understand that?
I do understand that. I would like to plead NOLO if that's possible.
Okay, sir, you are eligible for a NOLO plea, and the court will accept it. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir, your total fines are $895. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Sir, are you able to pay that within 2 weeks, or do you need a longer period of time?
I would need a little bit longer period of time, sir.
All right, sir, you will be placed on probation for 12 months. 2 months of your probation is mandatory. After 2 months, if you've satisfied all terms and conditions, your probation can be terminated. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir, I fully understand.
Sir, understand that for every month that you're on probation, you will have to pay a monthly supervision fee. Do you understand that?
I could not hear you, sir. Could you please
I said,
repeat?
do you understand that for every month that you're on probation, you will have to pay a monthly supervision fee? Do you understand that?
I understand, sir.
Sir, do you further understand that if you violate the terms and conditions of your probation, you can be brought back in front of me on a probation revocation calendar? Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, do you have any questions?
No, I do not.
Have you typed your name and your email address in the chat?
Yes, I have.
Ms. Yates, can we confirm that?
I have it.
All right, sir, you can disengage. You will receive your plea form to which you will enter a NOLO and your probation information through your email. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Have a great day.
All right, you take care. Shauna Burns. Shauna Burns. I don't have a plea for her. Zabia Cade. Zabia Cade. Ms. Cade, please take yourself off mute.
I'm here.
All right, young lady, please turn your video on. What is your plea to the charge? Is it guilty?
Yes, sir.
You understand that by entering into the guilty plea that you're doing this without the assistance of a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Do you also understand that by entering into the plea that you are waiving your right to a trial?
Yes, sir.
Are you entering into the plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
Young lady, the court will accept your plea. The fine for this charge is $200. Are you able to pay that in 2 weeks, or do you need a longer period of time?
No, I can pay it in 2 weeks.
All right, have you typed your name and your email address in the chat?
Yes, sir.
Can we confirm that, Ms. Yates?
I have it.
All right, Ms. K, you will receive your plea form and your 2-week agreement through your email. Sign and send those back immediately through DocuSign, and please satisfy this fine within 2 weeks. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, do you have any questions?
No, sir.
All right, you can disengage from the call. Thank you, young lady.
Okay, thank you.
Is Jesus Jadez Corral, do we have a plea for him? Oh, that's a bond forfeiture. Next, I have Zaki Cross. Zaki Cross.
Yes, I'm here.
All right, where are you, Mr. Cross?
Right here, you see me?
You are charged with a stop sign violation
Karina?
and permitting someone that's not licensed to drive. What is your plea to those 2 charges, young man?
Not guilty.
All right, you're entering a not guilty plea to both charges?
Just the stop sign charge.
All right. Do you want me to keep this case in Forest Park, or do you want it to be bound over?
Where would it be bound over to?
To Clayton County.
No, I'd rather it be in Forest Park.
All right, have you typed your name and email address in the chat?
Yes, sir.
All right, can we confirm that, Ms. Yates?
Oh, I only have, I apologize. 1 moment, sir.
This is Zaki Cross.
I had disconnected and reconnected, so I don't know.
Make sure you have it typed in, young man.
Mr. Cross, I don't have your information.
Let me have you retype your information in the chat, young man.
Okay.
And send it to Forest Park Municipal Court.
Okay. Okay, I just did.
All right,
I
do
see
you
it.
have it, Ms. Yates?
Yes, thank you.
All right, young man, you can disengage. You will receive your new court date through your email. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. Odessa Cornelius?
Yes, sir.
Young lady, it's my understanding you're entering a not guilty plea. Is that correct?
I have a question.
What is your question?
Can you tell me what the fee is on my
The charge for this is $175.
Oh, okay. I was just curious. Yes, I'm going in not guilty.
Do you want me to keep the case in Forest Park, or do you want it bound over to Clayton County?
Forest Park is fine.
All right, have you typed your name and email address in the chat?
I have.
All right, can we confirm that, Ms. Yates?
We have it.
All right, Miss Young lady, you can disengage. You will receive your new court date through your email. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir. Good day.
All right, thank you. Next is Connis Folks. Connis Folks.
Yes, sir.
It's my understanding you've entered a not guilty plea to the stop sign violation. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Have you typed your name and email address in the chat?
Yes, sir.
Can we confirm that, Ms. Yates?
Sir, may I ask what's the fee to the stop sign?
Stop sign violation is $200.
Ma'am, I don't see your email address.
All right, young lady, let me have you to please type your name and email address in the chat.
Okay, it should be all the way at the top. I was the first one, but I'll do it. Oh, this is a breakout room, so you guys are correct. 1 second. There we go.
All right, do you have it, Ms. Yates? Yeah, we have. Okay, thank you, young lady. You will receive your new court date through your email. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
All right, Manuel Garcia,
Yes, sir.
it's my understanding you've entered a guilty plea to both charges. Is that correct?
Judge Freeman,
Yes, sir. That's correct.
I believe he's a juvenile and he's been bound over to juvenile court.
He's 16 years old?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yes,
Yes,
young
sir.
man. Your case will be sent over to the Clayton County Juvenile Court. Because of your age, we cannot handle your case. You understand that?
Okay.
All right,
Yes,
so
sir.
you can disengage. Do we have all of his contact information?
Yes, sir, we do.
All right, young man, you can disengage from the call.
Okay. Thank you. Have a good day.
You have the same. Karina Garduno,
Yes, I'm here, sir.
it's my understanding you're entering a guilty plea to the charge. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
You understand that by entering into the plea that you're doing this without the assistance of a lawyer.
Yes, sir.
Do you also understand that by entering into the plea that you're waiving your right to a trial?
Yes, sir.
Are you entering into the plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
Young lady, the fine amount is $200. Are you able to satisfy that within 2 weeks, or do you need a longer period of time?
No, 2 weeks is fine.
All right, Ms. Yates, do we have her contact information in the chat?
Yes, we do.
All right, Ms. Garduno, you will receive your plea form and your 2-week agreement through the chat. Please respond immediately and make sure that you make payment within 2 weeks. Do you have
Yes,
any
sir.
questions?
No, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Regina Hamilton?
She's here with me, Your Honor. Just a second.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Ms. Hamilton, my understanding you're entering a guilty and a no plea to the charges respectfully. Is that correct?
Yes.
You understand that by entering into the guilty and the no pleas, you're doing so without the assistance of a lawyer?
I'm sorry?
That you're doing this without the assistance of a lawyer?
Oh, yes.
Do you also understand that by entering into the plea that you're waiving your right to a trial?
Yes.
Are you entering into the plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
The court will accept the plea. The fine for both violations, young lady, is $200. Are you able to satisfy that within 2 weeks, or do you need a longer period of time?
Yes, I can. And the
All right.
2 weeks.
You will be provided your plea form and your 2-week agreement today before you leave the courthouse. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, do you have any questions?
No.
All right, thank you. They'll take care of you. Marcia Harper. Marcia Harper. Joyce Harvey. Joyce Harvey. Joel Haynes. Kemar Henry.
Yes, I'm here, sir.
Mr. Henry, you've entered a not guilty plea. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
Do you want me to keep the case in Forest Park, or do you want it to be bound over to Clayton County?
I'm fine with Forest Park.
All right, they will give you a reset court date. Have you typed your name and email address in the chat?
I did my email.
Now, I need your name and your email, so will you please do it again?
Okay.
Judge Freeman, I have it.
You have his name and his email?
Yes, sir, I do.
All right, Mr. Henry, they have your information, sir. You can disengage from the call. Thank you. Next is Daquan Heinzman. Daquan Heinzman.
Yes.
Mr. Heinzman?
Guilty.
I can see you, but I cannot hear you.
You still can't hear me?
I can hear you now. You've entered a guilty plea, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, I can barely hear you, young man. I need you to speak up.
Yes.
Are you entering this plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
Do you understand you're entering this plea without the assistance of a lawyer? Do you understand that?
Yes.
And do you believe it is in your best interest to enter into the guilty plea to the stop sign charge?
Yes.
All right, young man, the fine is $200. Can you satisfy that within 2 weeks?
Yes.
You will be given 2 weeks to pay. Have you typed your name and email address in the chat?
Yes.
Can we confirm that, Ms. Yates? And Ms. Yates, can we also confirm his address with him?
One second.
Yes, sir, one moment. Okay, so I do have his email address.
Let him confirm his address for you.
Yes, sir,
Mr.
Mr.
Heisman,
Hodges.
what is your address?
My email,
Excuse me?
my home address or my email address?
Your home address.
4711 Waldrop Drive,
Let me
apartment
get you to
E5.
spell Waldrop Drive.
WALDROP Drive.
What city, state, and zip?
Forest Park, 30297.
Do we have that, Ms. Yates?
Yes, sir, we do.
All right, young man, you can disengage from the call. Thank you. Oscar Hopkins.
Your Honor, he was initially FTA. He came into the lobby at 1:45, and he pled not guilty and he walked away.
Okay, we will put him down on the trial calendar.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Bryce Jones.
Judge Freeman.
I hear someone calling my name.
Yes, my name is Jeff Cochran. I was on the Nolo break room and I got disconnected. And I
Okay,
reconnected.
they will give you an opportunity to go back to the Nolo break room. What is your name?
Jeff Cochran.
All right, we will see you over there momentarily. Just hold on. Bryce Jones.
Thank you.
All right. Inez Martinez Santiago. Is that one for you, Miss Ida?
Ah, ¿Necesita intérprete, señor Santiago?
Sí.
Okay, yes, Your Honor, this is one
All
of
right,
my
he's been
cases.
charged with driving without a license and a stop sign violation.
Lo
Ask him
acusa-
what is his plea to the two charges.
Lo acusan por manejar sin licencia por no pararse en un alto. ¿Cómo se declaran los dos cargos?
Culpable.
Guilty.
All right. Ms. Yates, can you tell me if he's had any previous driving without a valid license charges?
No, sir.
All right, let him know that the total fine is $895. Ask him, can that be paid within 2 weeks or does he need a longer period of time to pay it?
La multa completa son 895. Usted lo puede pagar en 2 semanas o hasta más de 2 semanas, o necesita más de 2 semanas para pagar.
No, está bien en 2 semanas.
Yeah, I can pay it in 2 weeks.
Let him know that by entering into the guilty plea, he's doing so without the assistance of a lawyer.
Usted se está declarando aquí culpable del asesoramiento de un abogado, ¿entendió eso?
Disculpe, no la escuché muy bien.
Usted se está declarando ahora aquí culpable sin tener un abogado que lo represente, ¿entendió eso?
Sí.
Yes.
Also, by entering into the plea, he's waiving his right to a trial.
También al declararse culpable, usted renuncia a su derecho a tener un juicio, ¿entendió eso? Ya no va a haber juicio, ¿entendió eso?
Sí, tengo una
Yes.
pregunta.
I have a question.
What is his question?
¿Cuál es su pregunta?
Solo quería saber si tienen mi nombre y mi email address.
I just wanted to know if you have my name and my email address.
We're gonna check on that. Do we have his name and email address in the
No, I
chat?
No, I do not.
No,
Ask
no
him
lo,
to please repeat that to Miss Ida.
no lo tenemos. Dígamelo.
Es B-I-C.
Espérese un momentico.
Es-
B de burro.
Es B
Ajá.
es una B de vaca.
Ok, un momentico. B de vaca, ajá.
Una I latina,
Y latina, ajá.
y una C de casa.
Ok.
Guión bajo.
¿Un bajo? ¿Cómo es un bajo?
Es como un acento sobre las letras.
Un acento sobre las letras. ¿En cuál letra va el acento?
Es como un guión.
Oh, el guión,
un-
pero no es el
sí.
underscore, ¿es el underscore o es el guión?
No, es el que está abajo.
El underscore, el que está abajo de la letra.
Sí.
Ok, ajá, el bajo, ¿qué más?
Una B de burro.
Ajá,
Una R de Raúl.
acá, ajá,
Una I latina.
ok,
Y una T de Tito.
ok.
10 es 1, 0.
Perdón, 1, 0, ajá.
2, 1.
Espérese, 2, 1, ok.
Ajá. Es 1, 0, 2, 1.
Ajá,
Arroba.
And Milan Perez.
ok.
Arroba gmail.com.
Gmail,
Sí.
ok. Okay, Miss Yates, I'll tell you the email address. It is V as in Victor, I, C, underscore, B as in boy, R, I, T as in toy, 1021 at gmail.com.
Do we have it?
Thank you, I have it.
Yeah,
All right. Let him know that he's entered his plea. He will receive his plea form and his 2-week agreement through his email.
Ok, usted se declaró culpable de recibir por medio de su correo electrónico, va a recibir cómo se declaró y también el compromiso de que tiene que pagar, el contrato que tiene que pagar a más tardar en 2 semanas. Entonces tiene que llenar esos papeles y devolverlos de nuevo al correo que se lo mandaron, ¿ok?
Tell him to make sure he makes payment of the $8.95 within the 2 weeks.
Tiene que ir a pagar, hacer el pago a más tardar en 2 semanas de $895, ¿ok?
Sí, ¿y a dónde lo puedo ir a pagar?
Where can I go and pay it?
He can come down to 320 Cash Memorial Boulevard, Forest Park, Georgia.
Ok, va a ir al departamento de policía donde queda en el 320 Cash Memorial Boulevard en Forest Park, en Georgia.
Ok, ¿tiene que ser cash o
Do I have to pay in cash or what?
Ms. Yates, can you please tell him the form of payment?
Yes, cash, credit or debit card, no American Express, money order.
Ok, puede pagar en dinero en efectivo, tarjeta de débito de crédito, no aceptan American Express o un giro postal.
Ok, tengo otra pregunta muy importante.
I have another question, a very important one.
What is that question?
¿Cuál es?
Si compro un money order o hago un pago con la tarjeta de otra persona, por si no estoy yo presente ahí, ¿puedo mandarlo? A que dejen el pago ahí.
Can
¿O
I
tengo que
send-
presentarme yo?
Can I send somebody to pay with a money order or with their own credit card? If I'm not there, can they pay the fine in my name?
If they're presenting their own credit card, they need to present ID as well. But yes.
Sí, usted
someone
puede
else can
mandar,
pay.
puede mandar a otra persona, pero tiene que ser esa persona que tiene que ser la tarjeta de crédito o débito de esa persona con una identificación de esa persona, si es la persona que va a pagar.
Ok, bueno, está bien.
Okay, that's fine.
Tell him since we have his information, he can disengage from the call.
Como ya tenemos información, usted se puede retirar de la llamada, ya no tiene que estar presente, ya sabe lo que tiene que hacer.
Ok, muchas gracias.
Okay, thank you very much.
David Milan Perez.
Sí, soy yo.
Okay, buenas, señor.
Mr. Perez, what is his plea to driving without a license and failure to yield?
¿Cómo se declara usted al cargo de manejar sin licencia y al no ceder el paso?
Culpable.
Guilty.
Ms. Yates, is this the first time he's been charged with driving without a license?
He was charged back in 2009.
All right, and prior to 2009, are there any other infractions? On driving without a license?
No.
All right, let Senor Milan Perez know that his total fine is $1,400 $1,495.
Ok, señor Pérez, la multa completa son de $1,000, $1,495.
Okay.
Does he
Okay.
understand that by entering into the plea that he's doing this without the assistance of a lawyer?
Al usted declararse aquí culpable, usted está haciendo esto sin tener representación de un abogado, ¿entendió eso?
Sí.
Yes.
Does he further understand that by entering into the plea, he's waiving his right to a trial?
Usted también entiende que declararse culpable, usted renuncia al derecho a tener un juicio, ¿entendió eso?
Sí.
Yes.
Is he entering into this plea freely and voluntarily?
¿Se está declarando de esta manera por su propia voluntad y libremente?
Pues, no lo entendí.
¿Se está declarando de esta manera por su propia voluntad y libremente?
Sí.
Yes.
Tell him the court will accept his guilty plea. Can he pay the $1,495 within 2 weeks, or does he need a longer period of time?
El juez acepta su declaración de culpable. ¿Puede usted pagar esta cantidad de $1,495 a más tardar en 2 semanas o necesita más de 2 semanas para pagarlo?
No lo voy a pagar ahorita.
No, I'm going to pay it right now.
Is he here in the courthouse?
¿Está usted aquí en la sala del tribunal?
Sí.
Yes.
Let him know that they will provide him with a plea form in Spanish. He can sign that and they will take care of his payment.
Ok, ahorita cuando se acerque a la ventanilla le van a dar el formulario en español, tiene que firmar cómo se declaró y luego entregar el pago y ya entonces ya puede hacer el pago una vez que ellas lo llamen, ¿ok?
Ok, está bien, gracias.
Ok, thank you.
Next is Philip Moore. Philip Moore. Philip Moore. All right. Josiah Morehouse.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Morehouse, what is your plea to the obstruction and the public drunk charge?
I plead guilty.
Let me have you to please turn your video on, sir.
I'm at the lobby. My video's not working. So
Can we confirm that he is in the lobby?
He is.
Do you understand that by entering into the guilty plea, you're doing so without the assistance of a lawyer?
yes, sir.
You also understand that by entering into the plea that you are waiving your right to a trial.
Yes.
Are you entering into the plea, sir, freely and voluntarily?
Yes, I am.
All right, sir, the total fine is $715. Are you able to pay that in 2 weeks, or do you need a longer period of time?
I can pay
You can pay it within 2 weeks?
2 weeks. Yes.
All right, sir, do you understand? They will have you to sign your plea form and they will give you a 2-week agreement. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
Sir, do you have any questions regarding your rights?
That's it.
All right, thank you. They'll take care of it.
All right.
Next is Jamie Ordaz. Jamie Ordaz.
Jaime Ordaz, señor Ordaz. Señor Ordaz, sé que está por ahí. Por favor, déjenos saber. I think he pled not guilty, Your Honor, and he should be on the call, but I don't see.
Yeah, he's not on here. Okay, thank you. Next is James Promise. James Promise.
Yes, I'm here.
Mr. Promise, you've entered a not guilty plea to the charge. Is that correct?
Yeah, can you explain the NOLO and what it refers to for your insurance company?
Well, the NOLO plea will simply mean that you will not receive any points on your record for the violation. So this particular charge has 2 or 3 points. If you're eligible for a NOLO plea, it would make it a 0 pointable offense. The fine for this matter is $150. Do you understand that?
Yeah, I go ahead and do the NOLO. I don't think I did what he said I did, but since it's no points,
Do you
I'll
want
take
to
the
enter a
NOLO.
NOLO plea, or do you want to stick by your not guilty?
Go ahead and do the NOLO.
All right, is he eligible for a NOLO plea, Ms. Yates?
Yes, he is.
All right, Mr. Promise, do you understand that by entering into the NOLO plea that you're doing this without the assistance of a lawyer?
Yes.
And do you also understand that by entering into the plea, sir, that you're waiving your right to a trial?
Yes.
Sir, are you entering into the plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
And do you believe it is in your best interest to enter into the NOLO plea, sir?
Yes.
All right, sir, the court will accept your NOLO plea. You have 2 weeks to pay. Have you typed your name and email address in the chat?
I'm not sure.
All right,
I don't have that information.
all right, can you please tell them your email address?
JamesPromise@bellsouth.com.
It's jamespromise@bellsouth.com.
.net.
.net.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Promise, you will receive your plea form and your 2-week agreement through your email. Send those back immediately through DocuSign, and please make sure that you make payment of $150 within the next 2 weeks. Do you understand that, sir?
Can it be paid in person?
You can.
Okay.
And your no-low plea has been accepted. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir, you can disengage.
All right, thanks.
Next is Jasmine Sellers.
Hello, I'm here.
Sellers, it's my understanding you've entered a not guilty plea to the following 2 posting charges. Is that correct?
Yes, sir, but I had a couple of questions.
What are your questions?
Is the ticket I received a moving violation?
Following too closely is a moving violation because usually that indicates that the front of your car impacted the back of someone else's car. So yes,
Okay.
it is a moving violation.
Okay. And what's the fine for the ticket?
It is $175.
Okay. And one more question, I'm sorry. Since I'm pleading not guilty, if I am found guilty, what is the consequence of being found guilty?
You will have to pay a fine. On the plea date, the court does it based on the base fine. On the trial date, they look at the aggravating circumstances, which includes your driving record.
Okay.
All right, do you want me to keep this case in Forest Park, or do you want it to be bound over to Clayton County?
You can keep it in Forest Park.
All right, do we have her email address?
Yes, we do.
All right, Ms. Sellers, you can disengage from the call. You will receive your new court date.
Thank you.
Thank you. Destiny Subtle.
I'm here.
Ms. Subtle, it's my understanding you've entered a not guilty plea to the charge. Is that correct, young lady?
Yes, sir.
Do you want me to keep the case in Forest Park, or do you want it to be bound over to Clayton County where you're eligible for a jury trial?
Forest Park is okay.
All right, have you typed your name and email address in the chat?
Yes, sir.
Are we able to confirm that, Ms. Yates?
I have it.
All right, Ms. Sullivan, you can disengage from the call and we'll see you back on your trial date.
Can I ask 2 questions?
What are your 2 questions, young lady?
Okay, so for what I'm charged with, does that take points off of my license?
If you are found guilty, it will place points on your license.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Tolliver, Paris Tolliver. Paris Tolliver.
We've already taken care of her.
All right, Saul Zarat Garcia.
Saúl Zarate García, por favor, prende el micrófono, señor García, que sé que está por ahí. He should be here, Your Honor, because he pleaded guilty
He's been
before.
charged with a traffic control device. What is his plea to that charge?
A usted lo acusan por no obedecer un aparato de señal de tránsito. ¿Cómo se declara al cargo?
Culpable.
Guilty.
Do you understand that by entering into the guilty plea, you're doing so without the assistance of a lawyer?
Usted entiende que declararse culpable, usted está haciendo esto sin el asesoramiento de un abogado. ¿Entendió eso?
Sí.
Yes.
Do you also understand that by entering into the plea that you're waiving your right to a trial?
Y también usted renuncia a su derecho a tener un juicio cuando se declara culpable. ¿Entendió eso?
Sí.
Yes.
Are you entering this plea freely and voluntarily?
¿Se está declarando de esta manera por su propia voluntad y libremente?
Sí.
Yes.
Sir, do you have any questions you'd like to ask me?
¿Tiene preguntas para el juez?
No, ningún.
No, none.
All right, let him know that the fine amount is $200. Is he able to satisfy that in 2 weeks?
La multa son $200. ¿Lo puede pagar a más tardar en 2 semanas o necesita más tiempo, más de 2 semanas?
Lo pagaré hoy mismo.
I'm going to pay it today.
All right, he will be provided a plea form and they will accept his payment there at the window. Ask him, does he have any questions?
Ok, usted le van a dar un documento para que ponga cómo se declara y luego va a pasar el pago ahí en la ventanilla. ¿Tiene alguna otra pregunta?
No.
No.
All right, tell him thank you.
Gracias, ya se puede ir a pagar. Okay.
All right, it looks like I have Narpinder Singh. Is he on our calendar? Let me see.
Yes, sir. Yeah,
What was your plea, sir?
Yeah, it's what is
What
called?
was your plea when your name was called?
He stated
It's
not
no,
guilty.
no guilty.
All right. Then you will be given a new court date. Have you typed your name and email address in the chat?
Sir, can I have a question?
What is your question?
Yeah, I got 2 tickets. So like one is a improper backing and another one is unlawful wireless device uses. So my question is that I'm standing in the parking in the drive-through. So I cannot use the phone in drive-through.
Was the car turned on?
Car was turned on. Yeah.
You cannot do that. That is correct.
I'm a DoorDash driver and I have to use the phone all the time.
It doesn't matter. You're going to have to get another type of device.
Okay. So I have another ticket of improper backing. Like I'm standing in the drive-through, but I see on the side mirror and the front mirror, I cannot see any car. But when I try to backing up, some car is suddenly came over there and I just touch with that.
Okay. Well, that is probably why you got the improper backing charge. So, you know, we can deal with this when you come to court, or we can resolve this today on your trial date. What would you like to do?
What is the charge for these 2 tickets?
I believe, does he have a cash bond on these 2 tickets?
How much is the charge?
Wait a minute, Ms. Yates, does he have a cash bond? I don't, someone.
No, sir.
How much is his cash bond?
He doesn't have a cash bond.
He does not have a cash bond. Okay, let him know, sir, the fine for both violations is $200. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. So tell me what you'd like to do.
I can't take a decision this time. So can I get some time to?
Just enter a not guilty plea and that will give you some time. You understand that?
Okay, if I tell about no guilty, then after like 2-3 days, can I pay the fees and?
You come down to the courthouse and pay the sum of $200. That's correct.
Okay, sir. I have to go for the no guilty.
All right. Have you typed your name and email address in the chat?
I don't have it.
All right, sir. Tell her your email address.
Yeah, it's Darpinder narpinder29@gmail.com.
Thank you.
And I want to change my home address. I actually moved from that address.
Okay, sir.
Can I speak it?
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, it's 1415 New Holland Circle, McDonough, 3025252.
Okay, thank you.
Do you have that, Ms. Yates?
Yes, sir, I do.
All right, Mr. Singh, you can disengage.
All right, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Ida, I don't think I have any more on the not guilty and the guilties. We can see if you're needed for the NOLOs, okay?
Okay, I don't think anybody pled NOLO, but I don't know if somebody came in.
All right, Ms. Yates, that should take care. Is there anyone else in the lobby I need to take care of?
Yes, Your Honor, did you guys take care of Saul Garcia? How do you pronounce your last name, sir? I'm sorry.
Saul Garcia Zarate?
Zarate?
Yes,
Yeah,
we
that was
did.
the
He's
last
to pay he entered a guilty plea and he's going to pay $200 today.
Correct.
200 today. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I have a
All right, is
couple
there
others in
anyone
the box
else?
as well.
You have a couple of what, Miss Yolanda?
I'm sorry.
Do you have
I
anybody
have
who
a couple
needs?
NOLOs in the lobby.
I'll take care of those.
I don't need Ida for those.
Okay, thank you. Very good.
All right.
May I be excused, Your Honor?
You certainly can, and thank you, Miss Ida.
You're very welcome. Have a good weekend.
All right, take care. Yeah, Miss Green, just let me know who they are.
Tell them your name.
Alvin Lewis.
How do you spell Lewis, sir?
Lewis.
All right, Mr. Lewis, is my understanding you're entering a no-lo plea, is that correct?
That's correct.
Is he eligible for a no-lo plea?
I didn't get that.
Ms. Yates, is he eligible for a no-lo plea, Mr. Lewis?
Yes.
I know, no, I need for her to respond. He's on page 14 of 25.
Miss Yates is checking for me.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Lewis, if you are eligible for a no-lo plea, the fine is $175. Are you able to pay that within 2 weeks, sir?
I can pay it now. The day.
All right, do you understand that by entering into the no-lo plea that you're doing this without the assistance of a lawyer?
Yes.
And do you also understand that by entering into the plea that you are waiving your right to a trial?
Yes, sir.
Sir, are you entering into the plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And do you believe it is in your best interest to enter into this plea, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir, the court will accept your no-lo plea if you are eligible. The fine is $175, and I understand you will satisfy that today. I will wait to hear from Ms. Yates.
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor, he does qualify.
All right, sir, your no-lo plea will be accepted, and Ms. Green will take payment from you. Who is next, Ms. Green?
Okay. I have, he was literally in the meeting, but he got kicked out.
There you go.
How you doing, young man? What is your name?
Nicholas Scott.
Nicholas Scott?
Uh-huh.
Mr. Scott, what is your plea to the charge?
No-lo.
Is Mr. Scott eligible for a no-lo plea?
One moment.
Has he pled no-lo to a suspendable offense in the preceding 5 years?
She's checking now.
Okay.
Mr. Lewis, you can have a seat. I'll call you when I'm ready. Okay. Yes, he is, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Scott, you understand that by entering into the no-lo plea, you're doing so without the assistance of a lawyer?
Yes.
And do you also understand that by entering into the plea that you are waiving your right to a trial?
Yes.
Are you entering into the plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Scott, the total fine is $745. Do you understand that? Excuse me, sir, it is $845. Do you understand that?
Yeah, I got you.
Are you able to pay that within 2 weeks, or do you need a longer period of time?
I need more time.
All right, sir, you will be placed on probation for 12 months. Do you understand that?
No, you said what? Sorry.
You will be on probation for 12 months.
Okay.
2 months of your probation will be mandatory. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
After the 2 months have expired, and if you've paid the fine, you can get off of probation. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay, sir, they will provide you with your plea form as well as your probation information today. Do you have any questions?
No.
All right, thank you, sir. You can tell me who is next, Ms. Green.
Ms. Streeter is next. Ari Streeter on page 23.
All right. Is this young lady eligible for a no-lo plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Young lady, do you understand that by entering into the no-lo plea that you're doing so without the assistance of a lawyer?
Yes.
And do you also understand that by entering into the plea that you have waived your right to a trial?
Yes, sir.
Young lady, are you entering into the plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
And do you believe it is in your best interest to enter into the plea?
Yes, sir.
Young lady, the fine for all 3 violations is $995. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Are you able to pay that in 2 weeks, or do you need a longer period of time?
A longer period of time.
All right, young lady, you will be placed on probation for 12 months. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
2 months of your probation will be mandatory. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Every month that you're on probation, you will have to pay a monthly supervision fee. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, you will receive a plea form and your probation information today. Do you have any questions regarding the sentence of this court?
No, sir.
All right, well, good luck to you and thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Do we have anyone else, Ms. Green?
I think we're clear in the lobby.
No.
Ms.
Hello?
Lauren-
The people to pay.
Ms. Lauren,
Yes, sir.
I need for you to go put on a shirt.
I don't, let me see. Hold on one second. Yes, sir.
I can't do it like that, okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, do you need our assistance with anything? Ms. Payton said.
I'm gonna let the ladies be of the utmost assistance. Ms. Green? I need a little help.
Yes, Your Honor.
I need for Ms. Lauren to go put on a shirt.
Well, Ms.
I'm
Lauren.
working on that right now. Yes, sir.
Thank you. And what is Ms. Lauren's last name?
Yes. Allison.
Allison, thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right, yes.
Mr. Saul?
You would enter a not guilty plea, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, do you want me to keep the case here in Forest Park, or do you want it to be bound over to Clayton County?
There, sir. Keep it there.
All right, now what are you charged with, having your car parked someplace it's not supposed to be?
Yes, sir. And
Where there's
there
some
was
signs
nothing,
posted?
none.
Where
Code
was the
enforcement
car?
did come out to the, code enforcement come out actually to the location because it was an accident. And when code enforcement come out there, also the officers were like, well, we have to make a report now because you called us, and it was for insurance. And I even went out there myself. I rode the whole location and walked, and there was nothing posted on anything within that little
Where was
section.
the car parked?
It was parked at a house that I used to live at. So I was
All
there.
right, so now you know
overnight.
you can't park on the street anymore, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, this charge is gonna be dismissed. You're free to go.
Thank you.
All right? Do me a favor, when you come to court, you got to dress like you in court, okay?
I know this was I should be home, right now. So
I
I'm definitely not.
understand, you know, I know, I'm just letting you know, some judges
As
can
you
be
see,
very
it's not.
particular about that, but you got to maintain the dress code, okay?
Yes, sir. I do appreciate your time.
yourself. All right,
Thank
bye-bye.
you. Bye.
All right, Mr. Prosecutor, is there anybody else we need to deal with, sir? All right, Ms. Green, Ms. Yates, Ms. Payton, how we doing?
Ms. Green's at the window still assisting,
Is there
defendant.
anybody else we need to deal with?
Possibly, there's some people
Okay.
at the window. I'm not sure though.
Okay. All right, is there anybody else in the queue that I need to deal with?
No, sir.
Okay. Is there anybody else on the phone that's from the public?
Hold on. Let me stop recording.
Yes, please.
Let me stop live streaming.